Delhi High Court Judge Justice Yashwant Varma, the subject of an in-house inquiry by the Delhi High Court following a report about alleged cash that was recovered at his New Delhi residence where a fire broke out on March 14, is still under the scanner. There are probe that is being initiated. There is a probe that is being initiated. Now, Supreme Court had sought a detailed report on the same. We are getting details. We're getting details of how a case of the Delhi High Court Judge Justice Yashwant Varma, the Delhi High Court Chief Justice, has sent a report to CJI. Rhythm, my colleague, is joining me on the phone line on that. Rhythm, the Delhi High Court CJ has sent a report to the CJI. Now, the CJI will decide further action on the basis of this report. What is expected next in the case?
Well, we are now being told that there are several actions that are being taken in this case. Well, as of now, Justice Varma has to explain himself before the Collegium. That's the first thing that has to be done. The Delhi High Court is conducting an inquiry in which even the fire chief is going to be looking into this matter. Chief Justice Sanjeev Khanna will be taking further action on the basis of the report that is submitted to him. I am also looking to look and get exclusive reactions from others on this on the story. We'll also speak to others. 1 minute. All right. Even as we are on the story, Tanisha, I also want to tell our viewers the updates that are coming in. There's a twist by the Delhi Fire Service Divisional Officer and by the Chief in what has happened in this case. Let's also tell our viewers that Yashwant Varma, Justice Yashwant Varma, was also named in a 2018 CBI case that was earlier registered. Now, that case, his name was later on removed from that case, but I would like to tell our viewers a little bit of details of that case because they were with us. The thing is that his name was removed from that case later on. So we didn't put it out, but he was named in a CBI FIR case that was linked to certain sugar companies. Later, his name was removed in that case. So we really have to see what details have come out in that case. But I'll also tell our viewers the Chief Justice of India will be taking action. Okay, let me first now tell our viewers that Justice Indira Banerjee, former Supreme Court judge, joins us live on the show, and I want to go across and ask Justice Indira Banerjee on the case. An exclusive reaction now going to come in from former Supreme Court Judge Justice Indira Banerjee, who's joining us on the phone line. Justice Banerjee, our first question here to you. We've seen the kind of uproar this case has caused. What action should Justice Yashwant Varma now be taking? There is unaccounted cash that has now been found at his residence. How should he be proceeding in the case? And should he be transferred? Should he resign? Should he be impeached, ma'am?
If unaccounted cash has been found, then that's very serious. And I think he should resign. If unaccounted cash has in fact been found in his residence, if he does not resign, it is reported that the Chief Justice of India has conducted an internal inquiry. That is what the newspapers have reported.
Yes. If in fact there is unaccounted cash, you are saying, that has been found at his house, Justice Banerjee, and it is serious, what is the action that the Chief Justice of the Delhi High Court should be taking, who is submitting an inquiry report to the Collegium, and what action should the Collegium now be taking, ma'am?
You know, a judge of a High Court can only be removed in the manner provided in the Constitution. Now, Article 217 provides that a judge of a High Court may be removed from his office by the President in the manner provided in Clause 4 of Article 124. for the removal of a judge of the Supreme Court. And Article 124, Clause 4 provides that a judge of the Supreme Court shall not be removed from office except by an order of the President passed after an address by each House of Parliament, supported by a majority of the total membership of that House, and by a majority of not less than 2/3 of the members of the House present and voting. After that, the motion has to be presented to the President in the same session for removal on the ground of misbehavior or incapacity, proved, in case of proved misbehavior or incapacity. So, in the circumstances, depending on the report of the Chief Justice of the High Court, if it is adverse to the judge concerned, the Chief Justice of India may institute an internal inquiry. And internal inquiry is usually held as per a full court resolution of the Supreme Court itself, taken way back in the 90s. After the internal inquiry, in which the judge concerned has to be given an opportunity of hearing, the inquiry committee, which is to be constituted of 2 Chief Justices and 1 judge of a High Court other than the High Court, to which the judge concerned belongs. The internal inquiry may recommend that the judge should resign, or if the offense is not serious, that does not apply in this case, because if so much of cash has been found as has been reported, then action has to be serious. So it may even recommend impeachment and submit a report to the Chief Justice of India. The Chief Justice of India accordingly may advise the judge concerned to resign, and if he doesn't resign, it may send a report to the appropriate government to initiate proceedings for impeachment.
This is extremely serious, Justice Banerjee. And the big question that actually arises here has to be seen is, Justice Banerjee, in this case, the question that arises is, there is unaccounted cash that has been found. The Allahabad High Court says transferring him back to us is like considering us to be a trash bin. These are very serious words coming from the Allahabad Bar Association, ma'am. Very seriously, this is also injuring the reputation of the judiciary, eroding the faith of the people in the judiciary and how this case is being handled. If, in fact, in this case, cash has been recovered, they say the unanimous decision of the Collegium to have transferred him was not enough. What do you feel should have been done, Justice Banerjee?
The Chief Justice of the concerned High Court might have taken away business from him. He has been sent back to his parent High Court, but I don't think transfer is really called for in a serious case like this.
What should have been done then, Justice Banerjee?
His business should be taken away immediately if that has not already been done. And after that, it is reported that the Chief Justice has advised him to resign.
Yes.
He does not resign. It is also reported that an inquiry, internal inquiry is contemplated. And there is not much that the Chief Justice of India can really do, or the Collegium can do, because I pointed out the provisions. Judge of a High Court can only be removed. Either he resigns or he can be removed in the manner provided in 124, Clause 4 of the Constitution of India. And that clause specifically provides that a judge of the Supreme Court shall not be removed from his office except by an order of the President, passed after address by each House of Parliament, supported by a majority of the total membership of that House, and by a majority of not less than 2/3 of the members of the House present and voting, and has been presented to the President in the same session for such removal on the ground of proved misbehavior or incapacity. So this is the procedure for removal. So the Chief Justice of India can at best institute an inquiry as per the full court resolution which had been taken by the Supreme Court of India way back in the 90s to inquire into the allegations, giving the judge concerned a hearing. And then...
Yes, and Justice Banerjee, I wanted to come to the facts of this case, ma'am. And you said the Collegium, the one question I wanted to understand, in case the report has been submitted to the Collegium and the report that has come out is that a unanimous decision was taken by the Collegium to transfer him, would the transfer then be thought of as fine on the basis of unaccounted cash having been found at his residence, ma'am?
Now, what decision the Collegium has taken, I am not privy to that decision. So how can I know what transpired at the Collegium meeting? It is not possible for me to comment on what transpired at the Collegium meeting because I was not part of that Collegium. I don't have any personal knowledge of what happened in the meeting. So I can tell you about the law and I can tell you about the situation as it is reported. So yes, I can say,
a fine,
and he should be impeached if this is correct, and if he doesn't resign. Yes.
And if he doesn't resign, yes. And ma'am, a final question to you. Suppose this is found correct and there was unaccounted cash, would a transfer would be enough? Would a transfer to a parent court be enough?
If it is found that cash was found in his residence, then I don't think it will stop that transfer.
Yes,
because already it is, as per your newspaper reports, I don't know whether it is reported by your newspaper or some other paper, but I have read that the Chief Justice of India has already advised the judge concerned to resign and is also contemplating an internal inquiry.
That's right.
And in the meanwhile, as you kept me waiting, I think you were talking about a new twist to the case. And there are some reports to the effect that the Director of Fire Services has denied that.
He's actually changed his statement, ma'am. I'll just get you up. I'll tell you what happened. Yesterday, the fire chief had stated that there was no cash found. Today, he is saying that he did not make a statement that no cash was found. So he has twisted his statement again and said that he not stated that.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
So lots of things need to be investigated in this, ma'am. But the things that are coming forward with this with this talk with you is that first, if the charges against some are extremely serious, there needs to be an inquiry. If in fact they are found true, then the Chief Justice of the Delhi High Court should ensure that he abstains from work. There needs to be an inquiry, and after which, of course, if he chooses not to resign, there should be an impeachment that should be moved.
Hello?
Yes, all right. Justice Indira Banerjee giving us those details. Thank you, ma'am, for spending time with us and explaining the law on this for us. Very critical, because everyone is trying to really understand how from here the Delhi High Court judge, who's under the lens now, is going to act. Thank you, Justice Banerjee, for being with us.
All right, Justice Banerjee there speaking to Republic, to Executive Editor Ridham Bhardwaj, where she said that if cash was found, then transfer is certainly not enough. Not just this, Justice Banerjee had also said that Delhi High Court should have taken business away from Justice Yashwant Varma, and mere transfer to his parent court, that is the Allahabad High Court, is not enough, that his business should have been taken away. Justice Banerjee has also gone ahead to say that the CJI should have instituted an internal inquiry, and the charges against Yashwant Varma are very, very serious. Justice Banerjee has also gone ahead to say that Varma will be given a chance to be heard in the internal inquiry, and that if cash was found, then it is serious, and that the CJI should be given report. The CJI is then given a report on who will... the CJI will then have a say on who will resign, and if not resign, then impeach. So very strong words there coming in from Justice Indira Banerjee, who spoke to our Executive Editor Ridham Bhardwaj.